Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. And it's just been so hot, and it's not really the number like 90 or whatever. It's just this doggone heat index. It's just got everybody just melting. Hopefully, I'll keep telling. My son teaches elementary physical education at Tyndall Elementary, and he's just been baking out there. And I keep telling him, in a couple of weeks it's going to cool off. I told him that a couple of weeks ago, but it's hot for everybody out there working. So make sure you stay hydrated and careful out there, and don't get don't stay too long in that sun. Get some shade and get some breeze, and get back in the air conditioning when you can. All right, it's high today. Only going to be 90, but heat index will be around 100. Low 75. Check this out. The water temperature is the highest it's been all year. The water temperature here locally is 87 degrees. That's the hottest it's been all year. If you're going to go swimming in the Gulf, now's the time to go. You won't even your body temperature is not a few degrees warmer than that right there. All right, let's take a look at river readings. Apalachicola, Blountstown. I'm hearing some good reports from the river, really good reports. It is reading a point, are you ready for this? A 0.3. The Apalachicola River at Blountstown is a 0.3 this morning. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville is a 2.3. And it may go up a little bit Saturday to may get up around 3 foot. Both rivers in great condition. Okay, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Their motto is when carrying counts. You're looking at a good strong tide. The high tide is at 5:30 this morning and low is at 4:22 this afternoon. Marine forecast coming south at 5 to 10, and it's going to be some really good day to get out if you don't get too hot. Okay, on the phone have Captain Blair Morgan from Blue Water Outriggers, living down on Cape San Blas, and he's going to give us a report from that area. But first, you had a situation. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning. How are you?
I thought about you Saturday night listening to the Gator game because you took some folks down there and y'all got rained out.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, that was one of a kind of storm. I've never seen it quite that bad. The lightning was unreal. They said there was over 1,100 lightning strikes within a 5-hour period. And it just kept on, it like fireworks.
And you said the sun was shining when y'all got there.
Yeah, sun was shining. We went in the stadium and took pictures and all this stuff. And next thing you know, we saw on the scoreboard where there's a weather alert. I'm thinking, of course, that stadium's so tall. We were right down close to the field. We couldn't see out very far. But it didn't take long before the rain got there and the lightning, and I kept thinking it'd go away like it does around here after about 30 minutes, but that never happened.
Well, the outdoorsmen always think that if you'd have been out on the water and that would have happened, you would have been in a lot of folks have been in serious trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, tell us what's going on outdoors down your way.
Well, like you said, it's been so hot. There's not a whole lot of people doing much fishing right now, but one of my buddies, he did go out of Indian Pass yesterday, and I was there when he came in. He had 5 triple tail and 4 or 5 flounder and a couple of trout he had caught. He'd spent all day doing it, but he did come in with a good mess of fish.
Well, that is good. That's a good mess right there now. It's good, all 3 of those are good to eat.
Yeah, they're good eating. And the triple tail, they weren't that big. That was all probably 6 to maybe 8 pounds or something, but just nice fish. And there's people fishing off the beach. They're catching some whiting and fish like that, but there's just not a whole lot going on right now.
One thing I noticed, Blair, I was down there over Labor Day, and Labor Day morning I got up to go fishing. I just walked out, to the walked into the bay and all. I was going to do some top water, but the grass, you just can't fish top water with the grass all over like that.
No, there's grass floating everywhere.
Yeah.
From people cutting it up with the motors out there in that shallow water, so you can forget top water. But my neighbors, they went trout fishing one day, and that's all he fishes is top water. He said he never got a bite, and so it's been slow. Offshore is still real slow. Of course, it's about to come to an end here now. Seasons.
Yeah.
But It's just so hot, you know. It's just not a whole lot going on right now. But the river is really good, you know. Like you say, the freshwater fishing is excellent.
Well, it's a good time when you go freshwater fishing. At least you get in the shade a little bit.
Yeah, and right now, of course, the yellow flies aren't bad at all either. So
yeah,
it's a good deal right now.
Yeah, fall fishing. Well, all right, Blair, that's a good report. I appreciate it. Listen, I want to stay on the air a second. I want to go to break. I want to ask you one more question. All right?
Okay.
All right, folks, we'll take a break and be right back. Now, welcome back. A couple of announcements here. The state park system in Florida, this is a really neat thing they're doing. September is National Literacy Month, and in honor of National Literacy Month, the state parks are participating. And what they're doing, here's a good shot of the kiddie pool of St. Andrews State Park. And what they're doing, you get free entrance, free admission on National Literacy Day, which is September the 8th. And here's how you do this. If you'll bring a book or your library card, they'll let you in the state park free anywhere in Florida on September the 8th. Now, other dates they're doing it. A lot of state parks are having like a reading program where they're reading rangers and having kids come in and reading to them and grown-ups and all. And September the 7th, St. Andrews State Park is having one. Okay, now here's a picture of the St. Andrews State Park with the kiddie pool being in use, and you can see how so many people use that. September 7th will be St. Andrews State Park. Okay, September the 8th also is St. George Island, and September the 14th on St. George Island State Park. You can get in there on September 14th, bring an old book or something that you want to donate to them, and all of us got old books and all, got tons of them. September 20th at Florida Cavern State Park. You can do it there. So check the Florida State Park system, and it's free entrance to the state park and on those particular days in honor of National Literacy Month. I think that's a great idea. Okay, I got an email from one of our viewers up, a good friend of mine, J.B. Hillard up in Defuniak Springs. He's always watching the show and always touching base with us, letting us know what's going on in that western end of our viewing area. And J.B. is excited about this new ramp on Highway 331 at the bridge. When they finish building this new bridge on US 31, here's a shot of it. This is the artist's proposed rendering, and it is going to be really nice. It'll be a dedicated park and recreation area. Have ramps coming off 331. There's going to be a boat launch. You're going to see on the right-hand side there'll be a boat launch there. There'll be space for fishermen. I'm assuming that's going to be a fishing dock going up to the top right-hand corner. That's going to be a fishing dock there. There'll be restrooms. You can see the restrooms right there. There's going to be a picnic area, and that's going to be within 2 years, hopefully, on Highway 331 on Clyde Wells Bridge there. And that's what a great opportunity there. And I was talking about fishing around the bridge and fishing off that area right there. That's going to get on out there. That's going to be really nice. So J.B. Hillard, thank you for sending that and sharing that with us. It'll be something to look forward to. Okay. Now also. Let's go and take our break. We'll come back. I'm going to show you some pictures of some panther sightings. Be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. The FWC biologists have started about 2 years ago an online program where you can report panther sightings and bear sightings. And it's been interesting to follow this. They've recently come out with their findings of the first time doing this. And the Florida panther, what a beautiful creature it is, the Florida panther. And, we've had them up here before, and no one can find one lately. I've got some pictures I told Jeff that was in North Bay County, but they're not. Most of the panthers in Florida are located in the southwest part of our state. But this new study they found that one of them is in the northern part of north of Interstate 4. And that was a big deal to them. And they found out because of this study they did with people like us sending in pictures and reported sightings. And here's what they sent in: 1,537 sightings. Okay, that's people that said they saw them or sent pictures and all as of June of this year. Now, out of all those, 275 have been confirmed and verified as panthers based on photos of the animal or the footprints. Okay, I'm going to show you. Check out this picture here. This is sort of blurry and all, but that's a panther in a Florida wild right there. Okay, and here's another picture here. These three, I told Jeff this is in Northern Bay County, but I'm just kidding. These are down in southwest Florida, a family. This is at night. But what a great picture and what a beautiful creature these panthers are. Now the footprint, this is what the track's going to look like. Okay, of course it's reversed where you did a plaster, but it's just like a big cat. It's got those 4 prongs and then the base right there. So that is what that's what the Panther track. And like I say, they found one near what's called a green swamp, which is north of Interstate 4, and they're really excited about that. They verified it, and one north of there. You remember several years back, one of them had gone up into Georgia, and some crazy hunter shot him. I use that term loosely because I don't know why they did, but that was several years back. But we have responsible hunters and we have crazy hunters, and you know what the category I'm talking about. We all have known some of those. Also, I looked here on the results of the bears. If you want to sit in the bear pictures to prove you got bears, well, they said they had 2,257 black bear sightings as of June, and confirmed 500 of them were bears. Okay, and the sightings of bears were reported in 59 out of the 67 counties. So that's from the FWC biologists. We have bears in 59 of our 67 counties, and growing at a rapid rate. We can all attest to that. All right, now, I'm going to come up. Let's switch the subject a little bit, go to fishing, because the technique of fishing, we always talk about different things you can do, and one of the important things is putting your tackle together, picking out the right tackle, the right weights, and something you're comfortable with and you really enjoy and have that confidence in. But when you do all that, though, you got to connect it, and the best way to connect 2 lines together is a blood knot. So I got a video coming up on how to tie a blood knot, and it's just that's when you tie 2 lines together. Fly fishermen use it when you have a larger diameter line going into the smaller diameter line. How to do the blood knot. It is an excellent knot. It takes a little bit of dexterity because you got to use both hands and all. And a demonstration I'm giving, the same demonstration that I give to my classes. And like I say, a lot of people do things in front, but I try to do it from behind and show from behind. And also, this is a good knot. This is sort of a complicated knot for a kid, but all adults should know how. If you're an outdoorsman, you should know how to tie a blood knot. And so we're going to look at this video, and you're welcome to record it and practice it, and make sure you practice as much as you don't take a couple of times. And you use it with monofilament most of the time, or braided. But right now I'm using a bit of colored rope so you can see better. All right, let's watch this video. All right, folks. Today I'm out of my garage. I'm in my little place I call my tackle corner. I got all my junk here. A lot of times I like to come out here and just piddle around and do stuff. I was thinking I would like to show you all how to tie some knots. I'm just going to do one at a time. We're going to start off today on a blood knot. Now, I teach knot tying to my outdoor ed class. We spend about three days on a little knot tying unit. And I've learned over the years the best way to teach knot tying is you don't hold it out in front of you and try to teach somebody because everything's reversed. So I'm going to let the camera come in from behind me. And also, you don't use monofilament line or braided line in teaching somebody how to tie a knot. Over the years, I've developed this little lesson plan where I just show them in different colors and all. And I really let the kids teach each other too. So today we're going to talk about a blood knot. That's a very important knot in outdoors. That's when you're tying 2 lines together. So let's give it a try. I've got these 2 different colors laying right here on my bench. And what I'm going to do now, the blood knot, hopefully you can see this. And what you want to do is get plenty of it to work with and overlap it like this. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I've got the 2 lines laying down. I'm going to get up both lines, and I'm going to hold both of them between my thumb and forefinger of my left hand. I'm going to wrap this around 5 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to take what I have left, okay, which is called a tag end, right there to the right, and bring it right here through this little loop I formed, okay? That's all I'm going to do right there. Now I'm going to do with this other color line, I'm going to wrap it 5 times. I'm going to switch hands. I'm ambidextrous. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this little loop I have right here, where I have it through here, okay, I'm going to bring it back through the same way with the lime colored line. Alright, and then I'm going to just grab the ends, both ends I've taken through there, okay, and then just going to pull it. Start tightening it up, okay. You can watch it, it's really cool to watch it tighten up. A lot of times you have to hold the line though so it won't get too come all the way out. But see, start tightening up. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it right here. Tighten this in right here. Tighten this in right here. And then it starts pulling together. Okay. And it'll end up just like, look at there. That's a pretty knot in it. Okay. That's a blood knot. Now that ain't coming apart, I promise you. Okay. Now, I got some scissors over here. I always trim the ends a little bit. Okay. And then after you cut it, it's going to end up looking like this right here, okay? Like I said, good and tight and really neat line. And you can just cut up how much tab you want, okay? That's called a blood knot. Hi, welcome back. Now practice that blood knot. It's a great knot to use, and it's very, very stable, and it will help you out in a situation where you got to put two lines together. Let's take a look at our fishing game forecast brought to us by Mark Howard of Edgewater Beach Realty. Our times we're looking at, you can see there at the bottom. I'm going to have to look at my times again. We're looking at from 8:30 to 10:30 this morning, okay, and tonight from 9 to 11, okay, 8:30 to 10:30 this morning, 9 to 11 tonight, brought to us by Mark Howard. Also, in addition, what I said earlier about that US 331 boat ramp and all, that's on the south end of it. JB sent a notice on the south end of the bridge there. You can follow that progress. Just go online to US 331 bridge, and it'll be, you can follow the progress. About 2 years they're talking about. All right, now let's go into this last segment. I wanted to share some things with you, and a lot of times people don't have boats and all to go fishing, and don't have a means to do it. And I was the same way as a little kid. If I was staying with my grandparents on my mother's side, it was Papa and Granny Mills from Hosford, and they didn't have a boat, but they loved to fish from the bank and fish around bridges and all. That's where, and I'm talking about a 4 or 5, 6-year-old kid. My brother and I were, and sometimes we'd spend a weekend with them. We just would had a ball. Just we'd grunt. They'd go there and grunt their own worms and just really neat thing. So I've always had this passion for fishing under the bridge and all. I can remember I mentioned the other day, if you're going on Highway 20, going to Tallahassee and Old Clotton River, that bridge, the old bridge there, that was one of their favorite spots, and we'd go there and fish and all. And so I decided I'm going to show y'all some places where you can go bridge fishing. I'm talking about you can fish from the bridge or either underneath the bridge. And the great thing about bridge fishing, I learned this at a young age, all kinds of things going on. First of all, you have current, a strong current coming in there. With that current, then you have eddies. And you know what eddies are. Eddies are that calm water in there. And a lot of times you can put that cork in there or whatever, and that bait will sit right in that eddy, and the fish will come get it. Another thing great about a bridge, you have structure, and you have those fish gathering around structure. So fishing around a bridge is just ideal, okay? So I'm going to show you. I might not get through all of them. If I don't, I'll finish up tomorrow. But we're going to start off on the eastern end of our viewing area and come back all the way back over here to the western end. This is around Carabel, okay? Up in the center of the screen, you see Timber Island, okay? Now I'm going to sort of move it around. I'm not talking about the big yellow bridge going to the left. I'm talking about to the right where the word Timber Island is. You go straight south of there. I'm going to move it up right here in the center of the screen. That little bridge there, I'm going to enlarge it a little bit. Now, when I was doing filming that kids tournament, I went over there. Gal and I went over there with a camera, and they were flat out catching some nice fish, and they were catching sharks and some sheephead, and that's a great area to fish. That little bridge that goes across the little creek there at Timber Island. Okay. Now I want to go on to the second place. I have a whole list of them. The second place we're going to. Let's go over toward That's Carabel. Okay. Now let's go to Apalachicola. Or really to East Point, and we're going up here to this area right here. This is Whiskey George Creek. Now, Whiskey George Creek, okay, you've got an area right in here. Whiskey George Creek is an excellent area to go. Highway 65, what a neat area that is. Highway 65 crosses. You have two places there really, and you can both of those are fishable, and if you can get on down there, especially cold water fishing when the weather gets cold and all. All right. Now we'll go over to, I'll move on down here to East Point, and I've mentioned this area before. Okay, the old St. George Island Bridge. Here's East Point right here in the center of the screen. The old St. George Island Bridge. A lot of times I've mentioned this on the Friday fishing forecast. The original bridge. You can go out there, and there's some really good fishing there, and that's one you can walk out on, take your cart with you, and spend some time. As hot as it is, you want to take an umbrella and everything with you. But you also can fish under it, wade out from the shore a little bit and fish under that some. That's an excellent place right there. That's number 3. Now I'm going to move over toward White City, and we all know where White City is. Okay, right here in the center of the screen is White City. Now you got a situation there. I'm going to zoom on in. This is where a lot of the bass tournaments and all are held, and of course that's a huge bridge. You don't want to fish from that bridge, but you want to get down. See the boat? You got the boat landing right there on the northern part of the creek, and then also on the southern end, you can drive in down there and really do some bank fishing. And there's some good structure up under there. Good structure, and you can cast out there pretty well. And that is really good fishing, especially for sheephead. That's an excellent place to go. Now, I'm talking about all these places you don't need a boat to get to. All right, let's move on over here to one of my favorite places. Right down the canal, right around the corner, is Highland View. The bridge of Highland View right here. This is, okay, I'm going to zoom in on it. That's next to Danny Raffield's place right there on the right-hand side. Okay, right here in the center of the screen, you can fish from both sides of that. You can drive in on both sides up underneath the bridge, and there's some strong bank fishing from that area. Really, that's one of the top areas of fish. And there's a boat ramp right there also on the north end right there. But fishing from underneath that Highland View Bridge is very productive. You can walk down the bank a little bit. You can even wade out there in the bottom in the left-hand corner. So I'm going to stop on that one. I brought in 5. That's 5 out of 14, so I still have about 9 more I can finish up on tomorrow's show. But especially this time of year, another benefit of it provides good shade in the middle of the day. And I remember that's what my granny liked, was getting in the shade when it was hot and all. But we'd fish all day, and well, not all day, most of the day, and have snacks and all those fond memories of growing up and fishing with my grandparents right there. And maybe that's why I try to pass it on to my grandkids, because of the roots I had. So if you get a chance to, I'm going to finish this up tomorrow. So enjoy doing it. We're going to have to wrap things up. And always I enjoy doing Panhandle Outdoors for you folks. I enjoy the feedback. Like J.B. Hilliard sent that picture to share with all of y'all. So sending all this good news about outdoors, and we'll certainly share it with everybody. Meantime, today you do something good for someone else. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.